is an emergency radio that you don't need a ham radio license for. This is for listening only. If you're the kind of person who just wants to know that if your cell phone fails, if the power goes out, if the internet goes down and there's no communication, you can hear always what's going on with a radio. It's called the Odyssey. The great thing straight away that I saw with this radio, it has 3 ways of charging. Look at the size of this. This is a huge, meaty radio. I could probably clobber somebody with this radio. You can charge it with USB-C, solar. It has a solar thing here. Very useful depending on what part of the world you're in. I'm in Los Angeles, so California, anywhere with sun, even winter places with sun, it will charge that way. Or it has a hand crank. Check that out. I can see the antenna here. This is the first time I'm handling this radio, so I'm gonna see how long this goes. It's pretty long. So that should pick up certainly citywide reception. It's got a very easy front panel. I know the volume up and down, and there's a menu button. You can auto tune, you can save channels, and when you've saved them, you can select them and go up and down those channels. There's an SOS button. I'm not going to press it because apparently it gives a screaming loud alarm. Everything's very nice and rubbery. Let's put the antenna back down. It picks up loads of bands, much more than just NOAA. So let's open up the top rubbery thing here and see what's in there. Oh, here's another cool thing. So not only can you charge it with the USB-C, but it will power out to your phone to a USB type A charge. So it will give power. So it charges with the solar, and it charges with the hand crank, and it charges with USB-C. But in a crunch, it will power your phone or your USB device. The aux port here is for a headphone. So it's called the Odyssey by Eaton, who makes really awesome radios. I can tell you this is a meaty radio. It does not feel cheap. It feels like I could frankly thrash it around on the floor and drop it down a mountain and it would survive. It's got lots of like rubbery surface on it. Oh, it's got a flashlight here. Let's do this together, right? Always like dun dun dun. I love doing that. A nice, very simple little talk about what it picks up. FM, so you can hear all the broadcast stations as well as from number 76 to 108 megahertz. AM from 520 to 1710 kilohertz. It has shortwave, which is really cool, and the writing is tiny. It looks like 3.2 to 22 megahertz. So that means you can pick up stuff from pretty far away, like shortwave radio. It has wideband from 162.4 to 162.55. Bluetooth, and Bluetooth will work up to 10 meters away. It's got the big LED lamp. It's got 2 types of battery, built-in lithium battery, or you can put 3 AA batteries in it. So there's like a lot of ways to power this radio. You've got the hand crank, you've got the hand crank on it, you've got solar on it, you've got USB-C, and you can just put 3 AAA batteries in. So there's no way you're not going to have power to this radio, especially that it has a hand crank in it, which I think is really cool. So there you go. And it's got a 5-watt speaker on it, which is quite loud, 5-watt speaker. So that's probably the function of the Bluetooth. But you can see this is very meaty. It also comes with a carabiner so that you can, I guess, clip it to something, which is nice. So that you know that your emergency radio is going to be somewhere handy. You can clip it on something, which is good. It comes with the USB-C cable, and it even comes with this little screwdriver. The screwdriver's for the battery cover. So this is where you put your 3 AAA batteries. So 162 megahertz is where the NOAA frequencies are for weather, which is the National Oceanic Atmospheric Administration. It feels very, very good quality. I definitely like that it can pick up some shortwave, because that's just fun. You don't know what you're going to pick up with shortwave. And remember, you could always do something really cool and sneaky with this. See how long this antenna is? If you want, you could just clip a piece of wire with some metal and you would have a way better chance of picking up the shortwave radio from really far away. You could throw like some speaker wire in a tree and just use, you know, like a bulldog clip. I would play around with, or just wrap the metal around, and suddenly your little telescopic antenna becomes a really big antenna. Nice little manual. I actually read this manual because it was nice and easy. Here's the packaging, nice and simple. Comes with everything you need, the USB cable. That's what it looks like when you open the box. You don't need the 3 AAA batteries to operate, because it also has a built-in lithium-ion battery. The lithium-ion battery is what's going to charge when you use the hand crank or the solar or the USB-C charging. So they really have you covered with powering up this radio, which is really nice. They sent this to me. I'm going to charge it up. I'll be making more videos on it, but this was the unboxing. This is the Eaton Odyssey emergency radio, which listens to tons of stuff. 5-watt speaker, super easy to operate. And the best is it has multiple ways of charging in an emergency. It's got the solar, it's got USB-C, it's got a hand crank, and it takes batteries as well.